Peppa's house seemed like a safe place, but crimson eyes watched from the darkness. Red stars glowed ominously and threateningly every night. George plays with his beloved dinosaur in the room quietly. Something crimson and frightening moves behind the window slowly. Red star eyes stare at the little piglet intently. George feels a very strange attraction to the window constantly. A crimson furry creature appears in the garden slowly. Its sinister, wide smile becomes wider and more frightening gradually. George approaches the window as if enchanted and hypnotized. Labubu waves his paw very friendly and kindly to him. The little piglet opens the window without any hesitation. The crimson furry monster extends his paw gently and tenderly. George takes Labubu's paw very trustingly and naively. Red stars in the monster's eyes rotate hypnotically and mesmerizingly. Peppa unexpectedly enters the room and sees her brother. George stands by the open window with a completely empty gaze. Crimson Labubu instantly disappears when Peppa appears quickly. George continues to stare out the window silently and motionlessly. Peppa tries to talk to her brother very worriedly. George doesn't answer her and doesn't turn around at all. Late at night, George quietly gets up from his bed carefully. Red stars shine behind the window brightly and invitingly. The little piglet walks to the window like a real sleepwalker slowly. Labubu patiently waits for him in the dark garden calmly. George carefully climbs out through the open window outside. The crimson furry monster silently leads him into the dark forest. Labubu shows George very strange crimson flowers attentively. They glow with bright red light mesmerizingly and mystically. The monster patiently explains to the boy about the mysterious power of flowers. Red stars in his eyes pulse rhythmically and hypnotically. George obediently smells the crimson glowing flowers trustingly. His little eyes begin to glow with red light weakly but noticeably. In the morning, the whole family desperately searches for George everywhere. The little piglet sits in the garden silently and motionlessly. George returns home with a completely empty and absent gaze. Nobody notices the faint red glow in his eyes. Mummy Pig hugs her son with great relief and joy. George smiles at her, but the smile seems alien and strange. Every night, George secretly meets with Labubu in the garden. The red glow in his eyes becomes brighter constantly. Peppa carefully notices strange changes in her brother worriedly. George no longer plays with his beloved dinosaur at all. Crimson Labubu appears directly in the house at night quietly. George obediently goes to him like a faithful servant. The monster and the hypnotized boy stand by Peppa's bed silently. Red stars shine in the darkness ominously and threateningly. Peppa suddenly wakes up and sees their dark silhouettes at night. George is no longer her beloved brother forever.